What's up, homies? Today we're talking about the beautiful Living in Your City YouTube channels. Now, these things have generated billions, and yes, I said billions in real estate sales. Hold on, let me show you something. I wrote a freaking book on it, homies. Now, I would never want you to read this hardbound book unless you like reading. I did a full audio book, it's way better, but I'm not here to sell my book. The truth of the matter is, yes, these Living in YouTube channels are the greatest way that you can generate actual deals in business from your video efforts. But the problem with it is there's too many diluted versions. We've had so many people come through our courses and we've changed their lives, but a select few have gone off to kind of rebrand it as their own. I don't know how. And some of the things that are being taught out there are so watered down now that people are getting less and less leads, and in fact, they're making crucial mistakes. But just to prove everything, here is one of the YouTube channel emails that I have, because I've got 11 YouTube channels across the country. We've sold over 700 homes from them. And this is just actually from noon today. It's 3:45 right now. We had a Typeform notification. They're 3 to 6 months out, 500 to 750. They haven't spoken to a lender yet, which we get them pre-approved over to ours. So this is somebody that actually came through the website, which I'm going to explain here in a second. We've got another one here that's a website lead. So we have two different ways to generate leads through our website. You might be like, hey, I thought you were getting them all from YouTube. Trust me. I'm going to explain this. This has never, ever been talked about before. But real quick, just so you can see, these are all yesterday, 4 email leads. And in just the last 3 days, you can see we've got about 10 YouTube leads here. So my goal with this video today is actually breaking down that YouTube channel, the biggest Living in YouTube channel in the entire country, by me, Jackson Wilkie, the actual creator behind the Living In method. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to be showing you how we got those website leads, because for 5 years of teaching this, I was anti-squeeze page, anti-landing page, but we finally cracked the code, and now we're generating 3 to 4 website leads every single day. So you're going to want to stay tuned to the end to hear how we did that. But first, I'm Jackson Wilkie with the Channel Junkies. For the past 5+ years, I have taught thousands of agents across the country how to build these Living In YouTube channels to generate billions in real estate sales. And if you have had the thought of making your YouTube channel better, or you want to start your own real estate YouTube channel, then I would consider subscribing to this channel, because I give you the most up-to-date approach on growing these Living In YouTube channels. And I'm releasing videos every single week, so don't miss those, homie. So in this video, we're going to be covering 4 different things that are very... Did you like that little my bracelet there? My 5-year-old just brought that home to me and I just realized I was wearing it. But we're going to be talking about 5 different things today. Number 1, why do the Living In videos work so well? Number 2, content ideas. I know y'all sitting out there going, I don't even know what to say when I turn on the camera. Well, not only am I going to give you some content ideas, but you might actually be doing a bunch of videos and not getting any views or leads from them, and you're going to know exactly why today. Number 3, we're going to be talking about some production tips, how you can actually make these videos look better, whether you're in a studio like this or out vlogging like I like to do. Number 4 on the list, we're going to talk about some new up-to-date optimization strategies. And optimization means what you do with your title, your tags, and your description, your SEO, your search engine optimization. I don't know how I can make that any more clear, but the newest strategies that are working for me to help me rank those videos above my competitors. And number 5 on the list, we're going to talk about the most important lead generation tactics, and that might be where I spill the beans on this new website we got going. So number 1 on the list, we're going to talk about why do these Living In videos work. Again, I'm going to actually give you behind the scenes looks at this YouTube channel. In fact, I just hit 55,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool, right? So just in the last 48 hours, we've had 13,346 views. Now, the difference between the Living In method that we've created is that these are on videos, some of them that are a year old or 2 years old, right? Whereas the new age tactics that they're teaching with short form content is all about getting a view right when you release the video. And I hate that. We want to see massive uptrends on videos for a year, 2 years, 3 years, even 6 years down the road. Now, when it comes to my elite YouTube coaching, where we have dozens of realtors who actually put in the work and take constructive criticism, this is where we live. We live in the analytics section because we never want to make anything up. And as we go here, I like to basically stay in this traffic source tab. I can get all of my information out of here. Again, I created the Living In method and I came up with another saying. It's 2010 ATS. And the reason I came up with that was because a lot of agents would go out there and shoot 1 or 2 videos and then just say, Jackson, This whole strategy sucks. I got no views and no buyers and no subs and no anything, right? And then I would look at their channel and they wouldn't have anything. So I said, hey, why don't you shoot 20 videos in 10 weeks? I will dive into your analytics and your traffic source. That's how that whole saying came up. Because if we dive into your analytics and then your traffic source, I can see everything that is right and wrong with your channel. Here is something that no realtor or marketer on planet Earth will ever talk about except for me or some of the people that come through our training. I love to see that my YouTube channel now is being driven by the browse and suggested feeds of YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine on the planet, right? Well, when it comes to actual people moving, relocating, or buying and selling real estate, it is number one and it's not close. In fact, a lot of the keyword research that I've done has shown that people search on YouTube upwards of 15 times more than they do on Google. So when that happens, you think that YouTube search would be at the top of your leaderboard here. And this, my friends, is what a lot of the fake gurus out there will teach. In fact, they'll guarantee that their SEO will help you rank number one on YouTube, when at the end of the day, I don't really care about ranking number one for a search term. I really want my traffic to come from browse and suggested. That's gonna get me out to way more people moving and relocating, and it means one thing only. But I'm gonna talk about that when we talk about optimization strength, homies. So you're gonna have to wait for that. But the only thing that I really wanted to show you why the living in method works is right here. I'm in the last 28 days getting 2.54 million impressions. Now again, I mentioned I pay zero money. The last thing you want to do is put any money behind these videos. You want them to organically and naturally reach an audience. And when you do that, you're gonna get impressive average view durations. Now, if you go to any book, any resource, any YouTube blog, you're gonna notice that it ranks your videos on two very important things: watch time, average view duration. The living in method that we created is doing such a good job that on suggested traffic right here, I'll show you so you know I ain't lying, homies. Right now I'm currently averaging 20-minute, 34-second average view durations. So you ask yourself this, are your videos right now 20 minutes long? Probably not. And if that is my average view duration and I'm only getting a 15, 20, 30% average view duration, that means my videos now are getting upwards of 40, 50, 60, even 70 minutes long. But I don't want you to start doing that. In fact, I found that agents who do that right out of the gate sometimes have a lot more struggles than just doing some of the videos that we highly recommend. I'll talk about those in some later videos, but the point I want to get across of why the living in method works better than anything else is because if you think about it for just 1 second, put yourself into the shoes of somebody moving and relocating and buying a house. How much research do you think they do? Are they gonna go watch a 3-second or a 5-second clip on YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels? Or are they gonna go hit incredible amounts of time on the keyboard searching things? Well, I've closed 700 homes from these YouTube channels, so I think I figured it out. If and only if you have the ability to make them find your video and stay on that video for a long time, you're gonna win in your market. So that goes right into number 2 with content ideas. So I kind of put this into 2 different buckets. If you're somebody who's sitting there and you haven't really shot any videos at all, or you think you suck on camera, or you think you hate the way you sound, or I don't even know. If you just don't want to do video that bad, you probably don't even want to do YouTube. But if you want to do video and you're new at it, I highly suggest that you start off with 10 to 15, even 20 of the studio style videos. Popular videos are going to be pros and cons of living in your city, cost of living in your city, top 5 best areas. Now you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I'm going to be steering. No, you can actually use public sites like niche.com or even redfin.com. And when you come out of that video, you tell your audience, hey, this is the top 5 best areas to live in Phoenix, Arizona, but I can't steer you in any way. This is not my list. This is actually public information. This all came from niche.com. I'm gonna read their list and I'm just gonna describe each area. But those are the type of videos that you can not only do for your main city, but all of the other surrounding cities, easily giving you 15 to 20 content pieces. I have traveled the country from coast to coast and done those videos in every market, and they always seem to work. But if you want to start excelling and get into the other bucket, that's why I always say the king of the vlog is the king of the city. Because what I realized was that people were searching cities and suburbs in YouTube upwards of 15 times more a month than they were in Google. So it hit me 5+ years ago. People wanted to see these areas before they moved to them. And so if you can go out and showcase those areas, That is how I personally have found works best. And there is something about holding that camera at an arm's length which makes some people uncomfortable. I get it, but it really connects your audience to you. And you wouldn't believe it. I've actually coached so many agents, and I have multiple agents in my elite coaching program right now that we are working on this, trying to find their comfort stage. If you're somebody who goes out in public and every time you do this, I didn't even know I had a camera right there, you freak out because you think everybody's looking at you, then you may want to just stay in your private studio. I've actually come up with a brand new script and structure, video structure, that I handed to just my partners, and it is fire right now. And they never even have to leave the studio. But it's also something that is brand new and nobody else is doing. But number 2 on the list, if you're somebody who loves to be out filming because you hate the way it feels to have a camera sitting right here staring at you, I get it, then you probably need to get your butt out vlogging, or you're gonna do a hybrid model of each. So I've given you content ideas if you're gonna shoot in the studio. If you go out in the field, again, people wanna see areas. So you can really highlight the parks, the downtown areas, anything that is kind of the highlight of that city suburb. Maybe it's mountain life, maybe it's the rivers and streams and lakes, maybe it is a cool downtown shopping area, maybe it's a massive park or shopping center. You can highlight those things and talk about why people enjoy living close to those. And as of lately, if you live in a market that has a lot of new construction, you can actually go out and vlog the master plan community, its pools, its parks, all the areas around it, all the shops in the areas around it, and highlight some of the newest floor plans for those builders. If you live in a market that has way less new construction, then you need to highlight the areas better and really build the story of who lives in each specific spot. And I think that's the benefit of me or coaching with me, is I have shot videos in the biggest cities and the smallest cities, mountain cities, ocean cities, all across the country. And I know that the people moving into those, they have different reasons why. So you have to nail what people are moving to your city for. All right, we're gonna talk about the next 3 here, but real quick, if you are enjoying these videos, getting anything out of it, just hit that like button. That is what helps me actually feel good about myself. Come on, guys, hit it. And if not, at least hit the like button for my badass son, Jed, who made me this in his preschool class. That's pretty awesome. Number 3 on the list, we're gonna go pretty quick on this, production tips. The reason I'm gonna go quick on it, because I have coached agents for so many years now that the number 1 hurdle they face is having too much equipment. So they're gonna buy a whole mountain of things. In fact, I even had a Zoom call with a guy once, no BS. Behind him was like Mount Everest of video equipment. He bought it 2 years ago. He never opened it, and that was his big hurdle. So to be honest, cell phones of these days are amazing, and you can go out and vlog with them. The only thing that I would recommend is that you get some kind of gimbal for it, and you shoot with the back lenses. Do not ever shoot with the forward facing lens. First of all, it's not as good, but second of all, you're gonna be a ding dong and you're gonna look at the big screen part instead of the lens, and so your whole video is gonna look like this. Hey guys, today we're out here shooting some videos, and I'm not gonna look at you the whole time because I'm just gonna stare at myself. And that's really it. You can do some kind of very simple wireless microphone, and in fact, that's way more important than the camera. And as you can see, I got this bad boy just hanging from me right now. Hopefully that didn't get too loud. And the only reason I don't have a wireless microphone, well, I do right here, but the damn thing broke, and I am so pissed off. So, it's just hanging from your string, but you're definitely gonna want a good microphone. Now, if you're in the studio, again, you don't need all of this crazy stuff. I have gone so far above and beyond with all these cameras and all these backdrops and everything. Now, I literally just turn the camera on. It's more important that you have lighting. I have a little simple box light above me, and then I have a bunch of stuff on my shelf that just kind of describes me. And actually, I have 3 young kids, and they just put a bunch of random stuff up there. But if you're still watching this video and you don't really care, then I don't care. And that's the thing that I've learned. Don't worry about making these crazy backdrops. And if you're on limited space, like I had when I started, because my baby boy who's 5 who made this was actually a little infant tiny baby in his crib right at my feet, I put a portable green screen behind me and was able to switch out the scenes behind me, really adding some cool effects and B-roll. Guys, I'm telling you, the new trend 2025, 2026, and going forward is all about you, your style, your character, your energy. People are gonna connect with you or not. So don't worry too much about the production. Just get out there, shoot videos that people actually want to watch and see. Number 4 on the list is going to be the optimization strategies. Boy, do I love me some analytics, baby. So if we actually do look at the third driver of my YouTube channel, and I kind of talked on this earlier, but the reason that I have browse and suggested first is because I do have long videos. And what does YouTube make money off of? Ad revenue. What do my videos do? They keep people on the platform for a very long time, which is why my videos rank and get put out there. So they can charge a premium to put ads on my videos. Does that make sense, right? So YouTube search is the third driver of my channel. Now, I could spend 10 hours talking about YouTube search, browse, and suggested, and it's actually the #1 strategy that I work with my students in my elite coaching program is how to flip-flop those, how to get suggested and browse up there so that you start getting millions and millions of impressions. That's how you get way more leads, right? But if we actually look at our traffic source and the YouTube search, these are the main keywords that we're going after. If for some reason you have some little tiny town and it's ranking #1 up here and you're not ranking for your main city suburb, that means you need to shoot more videos of your main city suburb that are better and longer to get up there in the ranking. But real quick, just to show you, this is the latest video that I posted just 5 days ago. We've already gotten almost 10,000 views on it. And another reason that we actually get views on this is because of the optimization. YouTube knows where to throw these bad boys. So if I go to the actual video, to the details section, you're going to notice a few things. I've got Houston, Texas right in here. I want to own that area. The other thing that I've done is I've kind of hit it double bubble here by doing Conroe, Texas. So that also is going to get my video hopefully recommended into Conroe as well. But this, trust me, homies, is where everybody makes the biggest mistake. Is because you're going to do some keyword stuffing and throw a bunch of cities in there to try to rank for it. But if your video has nothing to do with it, it's going to penalize you. The only reason I can get away with both of these is because I mentioned both of them so heavily in the video. Today we are in one of Houston, Texas' top suburbs, one of the fastest growing areas in Houston, Texas. This is Conroe, Texas. So all of this supports it, right? Now, some of the beginning channels, if you're just starting out, you may not want to go with video titles like these. You're going to want to go with more basic ones like living in Houston, Texas, pros and cons of living in Houston, Texas. Those are what get out there very quickly and can get you a lot more traction. Now, that is an absolute bonus tip. And if you don't give me a like for that, then I don't know what will. But as we go down, you're going to notice that in the description, I've got Houston, Texas in here. I've got Conroe, Texas in here. I've got moving to Houston, Texas in here. I've got living in Houston, Texas in here. I've also got tags that are ranking #1, 2, 3, 4, and this is actually not even performing that well, but for huge, massive keywords that people search when moving here, I am still up at the tippy top, which is great. And last but not least, homies, did you know that you can actually put a video location in there? So you can put Houston, you could put Conroe. YouTube actually allows you to geotag these videos now. Again, don't do it to an area that the video is not about to try and like get all secrety and rank for that area. It doesn't work. But at the end of the day, I don't care what kind of optimization that you put on there or that some guru out there claims that he guarantees he'll get you success with. You have to have strong performing videos. The reason that I can rank videos quickly is 1, I've been doing it for a while. 2, I clean up my channel on a regular basis. I get rid of all the dead weight, videos that are not performing well. That I could spend 25 days on. And it's again something that we work with our elite coaching program to eliminate kind of the bad performing videos. And I'm constantly trying to perfect my videos to get longer average view durations and longer watch time. I actually did the math that my YouTube channel has 127 years of watch time on it. That's because I make good long videos and I only do 1 video a week. And I can guarantee you right now that not only the best real estate YouTuber on planet Earth who does YouTube shorts, not YouTuber, the best YouTube short creator ever in the real estate industry. And in fact, I'll just patent your guys' stats. You take every YouTube short that every realtor has ever done in the entire world and you put them all together and I will bet you $1,000 that I still have more watch time than them. That's how much that YouTube garners the long form content. Yes, they steal the attention, getting you onto the platform, but their end goal, it's long form content. Last but not least, number 5 on the list, you got to get a call to action in there. These got to be strategic, homie. You can't just go in there and go, all right, welcome to my channel, guys. What's up, guys? Yeah, Jackson Wilkie here, top realtor ever. Because 1, you didn't hook them. 2, you didn't answer their question. And 3, What a slime ball. I've heard it a billion times. Everybody always wants to open up their YouTube channel, just like all the top YouTubers out there. What's up, guys? We're back at it, another video. Those people got millions of subs. They have an audience that can't wait to watch them. You are giving vital information about your city suburb. You have a title there. People are clicking on it, and if you don't answer that like this quick, they're bouncing. But I learned the hard way, and so did so many people. If you don't tell people to call you in your videos, they'll never call. Trust me, it's weird, but it just works. So you have to find strategic ways 3-4 times throughout your video to tell people, hey, we actually help relocation clients every day. We love when they reach out. So if you're moving to this area, make sure you give us a call, right? I've got about 20 different ways that I say these calls to action, and typically it is in ways that it is so sneaky that people actually can't wait to call me, and they'll call me directly during the video. But you might be asking yourself, how are you getting these website leads? I know every realtor just wants to create a website and get a bunch of leads. Do you actually know what gets leads from sites? Valuable content. So if you're somebody who's out there just wanting to create a site, put IDX on it, spend $5,000, you might as well take that $5,000, light it on fire. Have any of you out there watching this video right now just created a site, whether you paid $800 or $8,000 and got nothing from it? It's because you have to have value from it. But you might go somewhere and they're going to tell you this site is amazing. If we build it for you, they'll go on there and search homes and you're going to get leads. Nope. There has to be valuable content. And I never was going to put a squeeze page or a landing page on my YouTube channel if it didn't have incredible value. Number one reason for that, anytime you have links or anything on your YouTube channel that directs people off the site, then you're going to get dinged for that. Number two, if it goes to just some greasy landing page in jot form with no value, then that is anti what I do. I first of all want people to call me or text me or email me because they treat you like a celebrity. But if I was going to send them somewhere, then it had to be something like this. OriginalHoustonTexas.com, and we built the first interactive map. This is something that for seasoned YouTubers, you can actually hover over any area of the map. They can click on it. It has all of our videos for that area. They can actually go through and watch it. I talk about it a ton in our videos, and it has houses in those areas. This is all hooked to our CRM. We have free buyer relocation guides. We have the interactive map. We are getting so many people on this site. It is absolutely absurd, and the best part is that when they go to the site, they are on average visiting up to 3 different pages on the site. So they are spending time and downloading everything. This is a cost and it takes time, and you have to do it right. I am not trying to sell you on it. It's not my website designing business, but if you are interested in something like that, I can hook you up directly with that company. Just shoot me an email down below, info@jacksonwilkie.com. And I know you've heard me mention this elite YouTube coaching program. It's actually broker agnostic. I don't care what brokerage you're at. In fact, I've even had lenders in it. You can shoot me that same email address and just say, hey, I'm interested in the elite coaching program. We run you through a pretty rigorous interview. We actually want to know that you will do the work. We don't want people who just think they will, and then they end up kind of ruining the chemistry we got in there. We got ballers in there doing big time things, and every single week we are getting better together. But did you know that YouTube has changed dramatically for realtors? This video explains it. These are the 5 biggest mistakes and the biggest changes that I have seen in YouTube that is absolutely killing realtors and their YouTube channels. So if you want to make sure you're not making these mistakes, I would be checking out this video, homie.